Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a total full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius reading for my dearest Aquarius. So Aquas, this is taking place on May 26th, and this in Sagittarius revolves around communication and knowledge. So this eclipse is going to be transforming your mindset, your worldview. So check where you have Sagittarius in your birth chart, and this is where you will be impacted the most. A lunar eclipse is like a full moon that packs more punch. You'll be asked to release any outdated belief systems or unrealistic ideals that are standing in your way of your growth and expansion. So eclipses mark a turning point for us as individuals. Anything released during an eclipse will be permanent. The eclipse is a release cycle that pushes up old wounds and emotions around where you were limited or where you were told to settle for less, or where you may have accepted that love, happiness, and your dreams just wouldn't happen. This is a time to release any false information and projections that may have been imprinted on you. Now, guys, remember this is very powerful, very potent energy. So there's going to be a relatively heightened level of emotions for the collective. So try not to act impulsively and just be weary of any sort of conflict or confrontations. Also, for those of you who do crystal work, it's not advised to leave your crystals out during a lunar eclipse. All right, Aquas, let's go ahead and jump into this. Let's see what messages come through for you. As I'm doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, take a moment to check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading. And if you like the cards I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Messages for Aquarius, please, for this full moon. Okay, the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay, so this could be your energy, Aquarius. You could be feeling a little bit confused. You could be feeling like the path forward is a little bit hazy. I feel like you had a set plan, or you thought, a certain relationship was going to go a certain way. And there's something that's kind of thrown a monkey wrench into this. And now it's like, I'm not sure which direction I'm going to take. I feel like there's been upheaval. There's been a major shift. Some of you guys, you've been dealing with a lot of drama. So I'm getting this energy for you to really protect your energy and come back to center. You may be dealing with a situation or a person or a group of people that really have you in highly reactive mode. Okay, so again, remember, be wary of conflict and confrontation at this time. Everybody's, there's a lot of heightened emotions. Also, what I'm getting with eclipse energy, you guys, it doesn't necessarily put us where we want to be, but it's where we need to be. And that might be different than what you were foreseeing, what you were projecting for yourself. Now, what may be blocking you? We have the Nine of Wands. So this could be an energy of defensiveness, but with the Nine of Wands, we also get this energy of, psychic attack. So it doesn't necessarily mean, I do kind of feel, and this isn't meant to put you on edge or paranoia, but I do feel with this Knight of Swords, there's some sort of drama or situation or group of people or person that has you in this highly reactive mode, okay? And that they may not have the best intentions. I don't know that it's necessarily personal. I feel like it's a reflection of what's going on within, and you're kind of being caught in the crossfire, or they're projecting that onto you. So the Nine of Wands is a very highly defensive energy. It's about, there's a risk here of burnout. So some of my Aquarians out there, you guys have been burning the candle at both ends. You've either been, whether this is like a work project, a work thing, a side hustle, whether it's a relationship, it's like there needs to be a little bit of a timeout or a break. Remember, if we get stuck on this linear timeline and we don't celebrate our small successes, and we have this energy of go, 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 or we need to fix this, we need to do it all, we do run the risk of burnout here. What you need to release is the Six of Swords. So this is an energy of taking what you've learned. We see all of these swords in that boat, you know, and swords represent communication. They represent knowledge. And it's about moving forward, peace of mind, because the Knight of Swords in reverse is somebody who doesn't have peace of mind. They're confused, they're angry, they're frustrated. And again, that could be something that's being projected onto you. The Six of Swords is also about accepting help. So Aquarius, you know, we see three people in this boat. It's like mother, child, but this is about receiving, being open to receiving help. I get this energy here, Aquarius, that you've been trying to do it all on your own, fix problems on your own. And I'm getting this need for you to allow others to help you, whether that's spirit and your guides, following signs and synchronicities, to show you that there's a path of least resistance that's available to you. There's an easier path. There's a more calm, more pacific path for you. And for others of you, it's about, you know, there are people in your 3D that can really help you, but you might be sort of stuck in this distorted masculine energy where it's like, I can't show my emotions. I've got to do it all on my own. Accepting help or telling people how I feel makes me appear weak or needy. And again, that's something that's been projected or imprinted on you that just really isn't true. Okay. So we see the Three of Swords. Some of my Aquarians, you guys are dealing with, you know, childhood trauma or, you know, hurts or disappointments, and it could be in a relationship as well. Some of you may have found that there's a relationship where you were in a third-party situation, or there's some sort of upheaval, hurt, disappointment, or betrayal. And that can come in lots of different ways, shapes, and forms. So this is a need, Aquarius, for you to do some deep, you know, to do some deep work, to take a look at the, you know, at the heart of the matter. What is it that's causing you to feel this way? Some of my Aquarians, you know, we also have Saturn in retrograde, and I've done readings for you guys, so you might want to check those out. Whether this is a twin flame connection, whether this is a long-term commitment, a soulmate, a family situation, or a work situation, whatever it may be for you, it's about, you know, I feel like there's an energy here of feeling confused and angry, and not seeing things clearly because there's an unhealed wound here. There's a pain, there's a heartbreak that it's time to sort of release. And again, remember, this eclipse is coinciding with Mercury in retrograde. So it's about, not necessarily about needing to go, move forward, to do, to create, but it's about looking at anything that may be coming back to haunt you, maybe something that you haven't quite dealt with. And it's not about feeling bad, because sometimes when we have this Three of Swords, whatever it might be, whether it's something from your childhood or it's within a relationship, but a hurt this deep, sometimes it takes a long time to release it and to heal it. Okay, and so if you feel like this is like a re-experiencing of a trauma over and over again, Aquarius, be kind, loving, compassionate with yourself, because it's not an easy task. And I always say that healing is not for the weak. Healing, truly healing, and dealing with this level of heartbreak or disappointment or betrayal is very difficult. Okay, so be kind, loving, caring, and compassionate with yourself. I'm seeing a lot of swords on this in this reading. Look at that. Look at that. Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. There's some sort of hurt, heartbreak, sorrow, loss that it's creating a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. It feels unending. Okay, for many of you guys, I do feel like it's, you know, it's a particular relationship where you may be found out. I think for many of you, for some of you, this is a particular relationship that you felt was moving towards a higher level of commitment, and you found out something that was very heartbreaking for you. For others of you, I'm feeling like you may have lost someone. Somebody may have crossed over. I feel like it was a parent, but that's not going to be for all of you. It could also, you know, just could be a family member, somebody that you were very close to. And I feel like some of you feel like you've lost your way because of this, or this is a grief that seems to be taking over. Okay. And I'm sending out a huge hug and so much love to those of you who are experiencing this. Yeah, for some of you guys, it has to do with, you know, either being a parent or one of your parents. What you need to do within Aquarius is, this is Libra and Taurus energy. This is about holding yourself in high regard. It's about taking a look at the way that you're talking to yourself, the way that you're treating yourself. Because I feel like some of my Aquas out there, you guys are beating yourselves up. You guys are staying up late and, you know, thinking about what you could have said or what you could have done differently to change the outcome, how you could have been better. You know, and Spirit saying, Aqua, this is not on you. Okay, I mean, obviously we all have a certain level of accountability of what goes on in our lives, but I feel like this is something that you're unnecessarily being very, very hard on yourself. Spirit wants you to get into divine feminine energy, and what I'm seeing here is that there is help available to you, not only in the angelic and the spiritual realms, but also in the 3D. And I feel like many of you guys are, you don't want to ask for help, because it makes you appear weak or needy. But you're feeling really beat up by this, Aquarius. And for some of you, it's about, this is a very heavy reading, but for some of you guys, it's like you've been trying to do it on your own. I think you've been putting a very brave face forward with this 9 of Wands, acting like it's not bothering you, acting like everything's okay, but internally there's this storm brewing. There's this anxiety, there's this restlessness, there's this confusion, and it may be coming out in different ways. The Knight of Wands. For many of my Aquarius, you know what I'm getting? I feel like this is a person. Now, again, some of you guys, you may have been dealing with somebody who had 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay, it could be a player type energy. Again, the Knight of Swords can be somebody who comes in, stirs some shit up, leaves, you know, somebody who is all about their own passion. Okay, but for others of you guys, this is about like losing somebody that you really, truly love. It could be a long-term commitment. It could be also somebody who's crossed over. I feel like somebody's coming towards you very swiftly. Somebody that wants to help you. Whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member. Wow. Okay, let's go ahead and see what else comes through. And we get Temperance in reverse. Yep. There's a need for balance. There's a need to temper. Look at that overall energy. The Sun. This is your opposite sign. Okay, so it's like on the axis we have Leo and we have Aquarius. So you could have a Leo who's coming rushing towards you. It could be a family member. Aqua, there is happiness here for you if you accept help from your angels and from your guides. I feel like there's somebody in your 3D who wants to come rushing towards you. Some of my Aquas, you know, it's interesting because I was going to say some of you guys, this internal struggle, this internal battle has to do with addictions, or it has to do with a way that you're treating yourself as a reaction to this pain or this heartbreak. It's about holding yourself in high regard, Aqua. There's this Leo energy. Look at that. There's, oh my goodness, look at this. We have the Sun card, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Ace of Pentacles. There's something really beautiful coming your way, Aquarius, if you allow it to happen. If you allow it to happen. And this is a card of being very defensive and being very guarded. But what I'm seeing with that Hermit energy, with Virgo energy, Aqua, you've been dealing with this long enough on your own. And what I'm seeing here with the Temperance card, we've got these 2 cups. For some of you guys, this has to do with a breakup, but for others of you guys, it's about losing a loved one. There's movement forward here that's going to help you temper your actions, your beliefs, your emotions. I feel like many of my Aquas, you guys are overthinking a particular situation. You're in this energy of overthinking, almost obsessively thinking about what you did wrong, being very hard on yourselves. And Spirit saying that there's something or someone coming rushing towards you that's going to allow you to move forward, that's going to help you. And again, it doesn't necessarily even have to be a person. It could be a message, something that's going to make you very, very happy. And I'm also getting beware, and it very well could be with Mercury retrograde. It could be somebody from your past. It could be if you're in separation from somebody, there's possibility here of a rekindling or a recommitment, especially if you have children with this person. But what I'm seeing here is it's like beware of going immediately to that negative place of worst case scenario thinking. Because look at that double confirmation of the sun, happiness, a new beginning. I think things here are going to turn out much better than you ever could have imagined. But the reason that you're going through this is because there is an unhealed wound that's sort of making you, or there's a reason why you're sort of re-experiencing this trauma or a situation over and over again, whether it's a repeating pattern in relationships or it's a particular relationship. There is happiness. The sun is going to shine. This eclipse is going to, I feel like it's going to take you out of this energy of feeling really confused and not sure what your path forward looks like. But there's something here that needs to be healed, that will be healed. Some of you guys are dealing with a water sign, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but we have the sun and the goddess of the moon. So for some of you guys, this is about a divine counterpart situation. Some of my Aquas, and we get that here with the sun as well. This is divine masculine energy, and we have the Empress, divine feminine. This is about trusting your intuition. Many of you guys, you haven't been trusting, you haven't been connecting with your intuition or trusting your gifts. Look at that, Metatron. Archangel Metatron rules the sixth chakra, the third eye. So something very important, a very important energetic upgrade to your third eye chakra, to your vision. Because I feel like your vision has been clouded by whatever this Three of Swords represents to you. And as a result, you may have pulled back your energy. You're on the defensive, but it's time to move forward. This confusion is going to be cleared up. You're going to see things clearly. Metatron is one of the only angels who had a human experience before he ascended. So he's in touch. He deals with human suffering. He understands human suffering better than anybody. And the garden and the gate. Yes. So for some of my Aquarians, you guys are realizing, some of you guys were realizing that the grass isn't greener on the other side. It's greener where you water it. And where you're watering it, this is you. This is the Empress energy. You're putting your energy back into you, not into other people, not into other things. Some of you guys were considering moving. Okay. And I feel like some of your plans may have been thwarted. Or they were like, there's just like a lot of delays and obstacles in your way. But Spirit's saying because there's something right where you are that needs to be looked at. This is also a reminder that you have the power to say no or to walk away from any situation. And I feel like the Empress here is like, you're getting into this Empress energy by healing whatever this Three of Swords is, by recognizing, by naming what it is that throws you off balance emotionally. Just by naming it takes its power away. There's a lot of happiness. There's a brand new beginning for you, Aquarius, right around the corner. Look at that. But it has been a solo journey. Okay, and we saw the Hermit card. But this solo journey is showing you that you have many options. And we can see that there are a lot of stars around her. So I do feel like you're calling in soul tribe members. You may even be calling in, a past person. But this Knight of Swords is somebody that wants to come rushing towards you. And for some of you guys, you've had travel plans that have been, that there have been like, travel plans that didn't go well. Remember that Mercury retrograde rules short distance travel. So I feel like, you're going to realize, some of you guys are going to find out that, if you had continued with those plans, that something wouldn't have worked out in your favor. Okay, I don't want to get too morbid, but for some of you guys, you're going to find out, if you had traveled on that day, things would have turned out very differently. So you're going to be getting some sort of clarity here or insight on why there was a little bit of a pause. Okay, why you were stopped from traveling. Okay, maybe even moving towards a particular person. For some of you, there's definitely, there's a strong link between mother and child or family members here. For some of you guys, you're getting this energetic upgrade here, and you're going to be connecting with passed on loved ones. You may have even already started, and that might have given you a little bit of like anxiety or not sure if you could really trust this. Wow, you get Return of Spirit. This is one of the most powerful cards in this deck, and you get Surfacing. Yeah, some of you guys, you're coming into this information or this understanding that you have these like psychic abilities, or you're channeling passed on loved ones. You're connecting with angels. It might have even freaked you out a little bit at first. That's what I'm getting. It's not funny because I know what that feels like when you're like, is this really happening? Oh my goodness. So Return of Spirit, this is amazing because this is about you closing out a very, very difficult cycle here, Aquarius. All right, I'm going to, this is Cheryl Lee Harnish's The Return of Spirit deck, and it's amazing. I highly recommend it. This is saying you've come a long way in your journey, and it hasn't been easy, but you've made it through. Acknowledge for just a moment the strength and courage that you have discovered within you. See how much you have grown over this time, slowly blossoming into who you are today. This is a card of triumph, heartfelt connection, and mastery. Drawing this card signifies a renewal of the heart, mind, and spirit. Your spiritual connection to Source is stronger now than it has ever been. Trust in it, flow in it, and shine it. Yeah, many of you guys, this is about also recognizing that some of the difficulties that you have been through have brought you to this, like, your gifts are meant to be shared, and you had to go through some of these very difficult challenges. These are what you signed up for in this lifetime, and it may have been confusing, and you may be sort of regretting certain past actions or decisions that you've made, but it's actually putting you on your soul's path to shine your light and share your gifts with others. This is a time of manifesting your highest will, and it's a time of truly stepping onto your path with confidence in what you are here to do and how you are to do it. It's a time of hopes, wishes, and dreams coming true. Absolutely. Absolutely. And with this surfacing, Aqua, this is about you guys. This is about your hidden powers, your wisdom surfacing, and something that you may have kept hidden for a long time. Again, there are certain pains and there's certain heartbreaks that are also surfacing. And again, that's Mercury retrograde, that's Saturn in retrograde. But where your intuition was blocked before, it is no more. What was hidden from you is no more. And this is why you're manifesting. You're manifesting your highest hopes and your dreams, and you're recognizing it. You're recognizing your struggle here, Aquarius, and why maybe you felt so alone. Okay, because your path was very unique. Your gifts are very unique, and the world, the collective needs you. Wow, Aquarius, this is just wow. All right, let's go ahead and see what final messages come through for my Aquas. And we get the Pegasus of Spica, number 30. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. This to me is like the Star card, okay, which is your major arcana. This is also end game energy. Oh my gosh, Aquarius. So issues around separation, abandonment, and neglect need healing. So there's that Three of Swords. You recognize such experiences were a result of another's wounding rather than an indication of your value. Yeah, and this is a huge lesson. This is energy you're integrating. You are releasing attachment to the wounds of others and anchoring to the light of your true self. Yes. This allows you to break ancestral lineages of unresolved trauma that manifest as dysfunctional family and social cultures and lead to a new, healed culture and higher functioning relationships. If you have been caught up in power struggles, you will reorient your focus on the light of your higher self, releasing toxic engagements. As you no longer devote your energy to another's agenda, your well-being increases and your purpose becomes clearer. Your light is growing stronger. Look at that with the sun. It's so strong. And this benefits all. Trust in the promise of what is to be, in your capacity to heal, and in the spiritual grace that is always with you as your guiding light. Aquas, some of you guys are realizing your life's path and purpose here is to become healers. Some of you psychics, empaths, healers, doctors, you know, you can do this in so many different capacities, but it's like your whole journey is converging. You're recognizing what you've been through. You're recognizing that it has shaped you into who you are, and that your purpose here is to serve the collective, okay? And also to heal your own wounds. So we get hummingbird song, nectar of sweetness and joy it brings. The hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. Wow, you know, you guys, I do this on a daily basis, but, you know, when Spirit brings the messages together like this, it always sends chills down my whole body. Absolutely gorgeous. Sunset. Time here returns to release and unfurl. Old cords and pain fade as the sun's light burns. My goodness, this is exactly what's going on here. Look at the two sun cards, all of this energy of healing. Time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords and pains fade as the sun's light burns. Aquas, you guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this journey. Although it's not always easy, absolutely, I'm so grateful for allowing you to be a part of this. Okay? Thank you so much. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.